Now let's develop some basic understanding of option strategies. We have many ways to trade our views. We can trade in cash, future, we can trade in options, we can have hedge position, and we can also trade non-directional strategies. Every strategy has its own problem. If I'm trading futures, then wild mark to market swings make me nervous. And many times stock moves after taking my stop loss. If I'm trading in hedge position, say I'm hedging my future with a put buy, then it comes at a very huge cost. So stock need to move really hard to make some money for me. Third option could be option buy, but here high premiums and theta takes away my whole profit. And option buy needs right timing to make consistent money because of theta decay and vega. Fourth could be I can trade non-directional strategies where I place my bets on strong market, not market moving in a particular range. But there also it needs too much patience and needs many adjustment if markets catch a trend. Now solution to this could be trading in option strategies. But that too is very complex. And to make it worse, there are Greeks like delta, theta, vega, gamma, which makes trading option strategies very complex. Now, given all these problems, one of the things that makes option great is that there are many ways we can express our opinion. So, for a single view, you can have many alternatives in form of strategies with varying level of returns. You have to just change some, strike selection and all. So, does option strategies provide any edge? I think no. Edge lies in, as per me, edge lies in applying right strategy at the right time. Now, before moving to strategy part, we'll refer few terms here which are misused for advocating option trading. You heard many times hero ya zero kind of trading. So buying far OTM calls with the hope of becoming multi-bagger. So, but 90% of the time, this will become zero. So avoid that. Option buy has limited risk and unlimited reward. We have heard this many times. Really? So tell me how many times we have patience to capture the unlimited reward. We hardly we get out with a small gain. We have heard safe strategies like butterfly, ironfly showing big payoff at center, but how much of it we are able to eat? Because of the theta in the wings and constant moving prices, we are not able to make money even in butterfly also. Low price premiums are very good as risk is very low. It's because of low delta and they are insensitive to small moves and we need much larger move to make money in far OTM calls and puts. Now someone would have suggested debit spread. Now problem is with debit spread is in first 2 weeks debit spreads make very less money due to the low theta and low delta. So to understand better, we need to decode the option strategies and understand how each strategy is formed. So take a look. These are the name of various strategies. Like if you are bullish, you can take a long call. You have also have an option of shorting a put, right? Both work same. If you interested in two-legged strategy, you can do a bull call spread, which means buying a call and selling far OTM calls. Or you can also do bull put spread, which is a credit spread strategy where you sell a put and to hedge it, you buy far OTM put. Now there are three-legged strategies like bull call ladder, where you buy a call, you sell OTM call, and you sell one more far OTM call, making it a three-legged strategy. You can also do call ratio, where you buy a call and you sell two lots of OTM call. You can do butterfly, where call ratio is hedged with buying a far OTM call. So there are many ways to express your view. Same way, totally opposite of this would be on bearish side, where you can do long put, or you can also short call. Two-legged strategy, you can do bear put spread or bear call spread. Now in three-legged strategy, there is bear put ladder, put ratio, and put butterfly. Now then, second part is non-direction strategies. In non-direction strategy, you have option of doing short straddle or short strangle. Now, if you hedge short straddle, it becomes iron fly, and if you hedge short strangle, it becomes iron condor. You can also do multi expiry strategies like calendars. And same way, to capture the volatility, you can do long straddle also and long strangle also. We are not going to the depth of these strategies. I'm just giving you the name of strategies or example of strategies. Now we'll understand how each strategy is formed. So you won't need a name to the strategy. You can form any strategy on your own. Now we come to the base formation for understanding an option strategy. If you open any book on options, you will get a list of hundreds of option strategy with all exotic names like Twisted Sisters, Z Lizard. To make it more complicated, we have so many strike prices. Moreover, there are two-legged strategies, three-legged strategy, four-legged strategy. Our mind stops working looking at so many options. But to make it simple, let's decode this how each strategy is formed. So for this, let's understand. But if we go in deeply, there are only four basic strategy. Okay. So option strategy starts with just four basic strategy: buy call or sell call, which both are bullish, buy put or sell put. So these two are bearish strategies. These are the four basic strategies. Then all other strategies are formed combining these four base strategies. Got it? So all complex strategy, multi-legged strategies will be combination of these four strategies only. So for better understanding option, let's simplify this complex structure. Okay. Now, to understand any option strategy, first try to understand the logic behind the individual leg of the strategy. Okay, so say there are four-legged strategy, and there are three or four legs in the strategy, and then we break down the purpose of each leg. Okay, so option by option sell are one leg strategy where there is only one leg, you simply buy a call or buy a put. But if there are two leg or three leg strategy, we need to understand logic of each leg. Okay, so purpose of each component or each leg can be classified into these three heads. So one leg is for base strategy. This leg is taken to form an initial view on the stock. Okay, so say you are buying a future. So buying a future is a base strategy. Now second is hedge leg. Sometime this leg is taken to hedge the original trade. So what was our original trade? Buy future. So to hedge it, if you are buying a put, so buying a put is a hedge leg in this strategy. Now third leg many time is taken to reduce the cost or get an extra credit in the strategy. So purpose of this leg is to get extra credit or reduce the cost of the strategy. Now in our base strategy, say buy future, our hedge leg was buying a put. Now to reduce this cost, if we sell far OTM call, so that becomes the third leg of strategy, and that is the cost reduction leg. Got my point? It is not necessary that all the three legs would be present in strategy. So it could be combination of all these three legs or any two legs. So let's take an example. Say I buy a future. So that is my base strategy. Okay. So say I am buying a future. So that is my base strategy. Now then I hedge it with buying a put. So it becomes my hedge leg to protect the downside. Now to reduce this hedge cost, I'm selling far OTM call, so that becomes my cost reduction leg. Got my point? Now we constructed a strategy without using any name. Even I don't know the name of this strategy. Got my point? So that's why I say what's in the name. So purpose of classifying each leg is to understand the how strategy is formed and why what is the logic of each leg. So let's take few more example. So what we learned here, was how to understand the purpose of each leg in a strategy. So there are basically three purposes. One is base strategy, second is hedging part, and third is cost reduction part. So any strategy is combination of these three parts. Now let's add one more layer of understanding. How we transit from one strategy to another by adding extra leg in the strategy. So we'll take few examples to understand these both the parts. Okay. Say I am bullish on Nifty. So I buy a call. What options I have? I can buy a future, I can buy a call, or I can sell a put. So we'll take example of buying a call. So I'll buy 15,200 call. So price is 178. I'll add position. So this is how our structure will look. We have a max loss of 13,000 and upside unlimited profit. So what we did here, which part this was? This was a base strategy, long call strategy. Okay. Now let's say I'm not happy with this kind of risk reward. So 13,000 is too much risk. So what I want to now reduce my cost. How can I reduce cost? By selling a call, OTM call. So I have bought 15,200 call. Now I will sell 15,400 call. 91 price, sell, add position. Now my risk is reduced. Now what I have did, I have added cost reduction part. So I have added cost reduction leg, and this strategy is converted to bull call spread. Got it? So I can see here my upside profit is now restricted to 8,400 only, but my low side uh, risk also came down from 13,000 to 6,500. I'm still not happy with this risk reward. So what I'll do, I'll add one more leg of 14,500 call, sell one more quantity. Now you can see what happens. This has now become three-legged strategy. What I have did, one more cost reduction, and now this strategy is converted to bull call ratio. Here my cost is virtually zero on downside, but my upside risk is unlimited because I have one call buy and two call sell. Now I want to hedge my position. So what I'll do, I'll buy 15,600 call, buy at 40 rupees, add position. Now you can see what I did, 4 hedge leg. Now my downside risk is 3,000 rupees, upside risk is also 3,000 rupees almost, and middle I have 11,000 profit. Now this is good risk reward ratio, but by adding this hedge leg, what I have done, I converted bull call ratio to call butterfly. You understood the transition from one strategy to another, how these three parts of strategy, by by adding this we can convert from one strategy to another, and how transition happens from one strategy to another. Let's take one more example. Say I want to sell straddle. So what I'll do, I'll sell 15,200 call, sell, add. I'll also sell 15,200 put at 216. So this has become straddle chart, right? So this is my payoff graph. Lower side break even is 14,800 and upper side break even is 15,600, and at middle I have profit of 26,000. So what is our base strategy? Is straddle. Now I think market is bullish, so I want to hedge my upside. How I can hedge my upside? By buying a call. So I'm buying 15,500 call, buy, add. Now you can see my upside is totally protected and downside is open because my view is bullish. So what I did, I added a hedge leg and I converted this strategy to Z Lizard. It's just a name, don't go on name. Purpose here, purpose of adding this leg was hedging the upside, correct? Now I think even I want to hedge downside also. So what I'll do, I'll buy 14,800 put, say 14,900 put, add, buy, add. Now what happened? By doing this, I've converted my strategy to iron fly. You can see center profit, both downsides are hedged. And this is, if you see the payoff graph, it's similar to our previous example of call butterfly. So call butterfly, call iron fly, payoff graph is similar, just center strikes are different. Okay. So now say if I want to remove my upside hedge, I don't want my upside hedge. Okay. So what happened now? This has become a reverse Z Lizard. Correct. So now this way we can transit from one strategy to another. Correct. So this is the easier way to learn how strategy transition happens, and this is very useful while doing the adjustments, which we'll cover in adjustment part. Before going to strategy part, let's understand the payoff table or payoff graph. Now, what is payoff graph or payoff table? A payoff graph is a graphical representation of options, profit and loss. So when you buy or sell option, it moves as per moves in the underlying and shows different profit and losses at different levels of underlying. So underlying keeps on moving from one level to another level, and your option profit also keeps on fluctuating. So to know at what level of underlying will make how much profit, we need a payoff graph. So when you have a strategy with multiple legs, it becomes difficult to track them manually. So we need a payoff graph. So let's understand the importance by, I'll give you the few reasons why we track it. So for knowing the profit and loss of the strategy at different levels of underlying, that is one reason. Then to find out the break-even levels on both sides, means after what level, will be start incurring losses. Third reason is in strategy with more than one leg, say bull call spread or butterfly, where you have more than one option legs, manually it becomes difficult to track the payoff of the combined strategy. So we need a payoff graph. And then to track the combined Greeks of the strategy, we need to make a payoff graph. While doing adjustment, knowing the impact of adjustment on payoff is very important. For that, payoff graph is very handy to know the impact of what adjustment will have on your ultimate outcome. Now let's understand payoff graph with practical example. This is how your payoff graph will look. I'll take you to the website where we track it. For this, you can use Opstra. Just go on Google, search Opstra. After going to Opstra website, you have to log into your account. Once you log in, you can make a free account also. Once you log in, you go to portfolio. In portfolio, you go to strategy builder. When you go to strategy builder, this blank page will appear. From here, you can select securities. For example, let's select SBI. Your option to select future or option, will select options. This is the expiry selector, we'll select this Feb monthly expiry. Now this is the strike price selection. Say I'm selecting 410, call or put, I'll select call. Here you can select whether you want to buy or sell. So I want to buy it. Lot size, then this is the current price. Okay, you can change price from here. If you are buying at a different price, then you can change price from here. Say I'm buying at 15 rupees. Okay, add position. Now this position is added to my strategy builder. This is how my payoff chart will look. So this is the strategy position. I have bought 410 call at 15 rupees. This shows probability of profit, means what is the probability this position will end in profit. Then max profit, this will show how much maximum profit I'll be able to make. This is unlimited, because in this strategy it's a buy call, so has unlimited profit. Max loss is 45,000, which is my whatever premium I have paid. These are break even levels. This will show the live mark to market of the strategy, and this is the estimated margin. If it's a credit strategy, this will show how much net credit I have received. I will come to this part. So this shows a graphical representation of profit of my strategy at various intervals of the underlying. So if SBI expire at 330 rupees, I'll make loss of 45. If it expires at 385, I'll still make loss of 45,000. If it expires at say 427, I'll make profit of 6,000. And as we go up, you can see profit is increasing. So at various levels of expiry, how much profit or loss I'll make, this is shown by this graph. Let me zoom it. Okay, now we are closer. Now you must be confused with, there are two lines here. Okay, one is the green line or in red line, which are tracking, and second is, let me, so one is this green line and second is this blue line. Let me show you difference between these two lines. This green line denotes my profit or loss at expiry day and not immediate profit. So on expiry day, what will be my profit or loss? This is shown by this line. But my this blue line will show my immediate profit. Say SBI comes 422 tomorrow. So this will be my profit and not this one. Okay. So if SBI comes to 420 tomorrow, my expiry profit is showing 18,000, but my realized profit would be 13,000, because this is T plus 0, because there would be some theta in the stock. So that's why this blue line is very important. So you have to need to understand the difference between blue line and expiry line. We'll take now we'll do one thing. We'll add one more leg to this strategy. Now we already have bought 410 call. Now what we'll do, we'll sell 430 call, sell, add. Correct. Now you've seen this graph has changed. Now this has become bull call spread. Now all other parameters have changed. There are two legs in the strategy. There are two legs in the strategy. This probability of profit, max loss. This is my, still we are in debit, so this net credit is 0. This is my estimated margin. And this line shows how much profit or loss I'll make on expiry. And this blue line shows how much profit or loss I'll make if this level comes immediately. So if tomorrow 440 level comes, so my profit will be this much and not this number. Got it? Now let's see another important factor of this payoff graph is Greeks. Now importance of this is, this portion will show the combined Greeks of the strategy. Now we have two leg in this strategy. Okay, each leg has their individual Greeks. So say IV of this leg is 52, IV of this leg is 53. Now delta of 410 call is 52. Let me change it to decimal. Okay, here you can change Greeks to decimal also, and in rupee terms. So we'll see in Greek in decimal terms. So delta of call is 0.52. It's buy, so delta is positive. Delta of 430 call is 0.31. It's sell call, so delta is negative. So net delta for combine these two is 0.21, that is 0.52 minus 0.31. So net delta of bull call spread is 0.21. Now this portion shows how much theta we will lose every day. So every day we'll lose 0.07 theta from net premium of whatever we paid, say 7 rupees. say 8 rupees premium we have paid, from that 0.07 will lose as a theta. And this is the vega of the combined strategy. Got it? So this way we'll track multi-leg strategy in this option payoff graph, and while adjustment also we'll use this.